So my name is Chi, and as Sarah said, I started this brand with my partner, who's not here with us today. She's still alive, but she's just on vacation, so she can't make it. I think I should move here. But yes, Neon Island was a brand we started around 3 years ago. We've tried making a lot of things. We have, like here as pictured, we have accessories. We've made bags, luggage covers. We've also tried making jackets. We've done skirts. We also do custom work. We've done people's weddings, their gowns. But what we're really known for, hence the name Neon Island, is our swimwear and our resort wear. So when you say Neon Island, you think the tropical life. And that's what we're trying to imbibe with our brand. We're all about celebrating the local, not just through our production practices, because everything's produced locally, and we try to source as much local garments as we can, but that's definitely one of our advocacies. So other than that, it's also the prints that we imbibe. I mean, our whole aesthetic. It's very tropical, fun, vibrant. So if you follow the brand and you know Neon Island, it should equate to that. Fun, vibrant, tropical, and printed. Like my jacket over here. And our swimwear. This is actually from our latest collection of swimwear. I can see mostly guys in the audience, so I don't know if you actually appreciate this, but girls, we have swimwear for you guys. So visit our website and check out our stuff, our newest stuff. So when my partner and I started talking about what we wanted to do with the brand, we knew we wanted to create pieces that were special, not throwaway pieces, not fast fashion. We wanted those special pieces in your closet that you treasure. You know what I mean, girls? Yeah, so that's where the idea of making our own prints came about. And here's an example of how some of our prints look. But I'd say print is probably the heart and soul and center of our brand, because almost every piece we produce has a print that is hand-drawn or hand-painted. And that's where I come in, because I'm actually the only textile print artist for Neon Island. So almost every piece we put out goes through me. It starts with a doodle, a drawing, and then it turns into textile, printed textile. Yes, so here's another example of what we do, and these prints actually originated from acrylic drawings, and we use different mediums for creating our clothes. Yeah, and I included a little video for you guys in case you got bored in between. But these are like the starting points of our prints. This is a sketchbook of mine that I wanted to show you guys. But just a little history about me. I mean, drawing and painting has always been a huge part of my life. I think partly because of the influence of my mom, who's actually also a painter. And I'd have to say, I'm really biased towards traditional art over digital art, as you can see here. So I guess that's where the handmade, hand-drawn, hand-painted thing comes in. And here's another example of how our prints start and how they end up. There's something about traditional art that really attracts me to it, because for me, I feel like there's a sense of honesty, because it's so easy to make things look perfect and on screen digitally, but there's something about handmade, hand-drawn, that there's an imperfectness to it, which is what I feel makes it more interesting and more honest in that sense, that it's relatable for the viewer, and it kind of creates a connection between the artist or the maker and their consumer or their audience. In a time where everything's digital, I mean, you're able to create that connection. It's more human, it's more natural, it tells a story. Like, it's a slideshow of all my drawings, guys. I hope you're entertained. But like I said, you create a story between you and your consumer. Also, another thing I think is that in our case, our consumers, our audience really appreciates learning about how the history of a print, or how we start from the doodling stages, transitioning onto creating a bigger print and translating it onto the garment. They love being part of that story. And I feel like that's what makes handmade, hand-drawn so special. Like, you're able to connect in a different way with your audience. It becomes relational in that sense. And I feel that's one of the appeals of handmade and hand-drawn. Also, I feel like the consumer being part of the story makes them treasure what you produce, our pieces. They treasure it in a different way, knowing the history behind it. Like I said a while ago, in this age of digital, that's how I think those two things really work together. Because it's through social media and through these digital platforms that us, artists and makers, are able to connect to our audience in a different way. Yes. Okay, so I put here an example of how our print translates into different types of garments, because we're not purely handmade. As you can see, our print here, she's wearing a turban. On the turban, we've translated it through silk screen printing. On her little bustier, we translated it through embroidery and beadwork. And then on her pants, that's digital printing. So, as you can see, our prints take life in different forms. There are so many ways to translate it onto the fabric. But what makes it special is that all the love that we put into creating these pieces, since every single piece we put out is hand-drawn and created with a lot of love by me and my partner Ira, who's somewhere out there. So thanks, guys. That's all.